Welcome to the Q&A of Island of Mystery. Please listen carefully and then answer questions. Are you ready? Let's go. Rapa Nui, or Easter Island, is the most remote inhabited island in the world. Why is Rapa Nui special? Because it is the most remote inhabited island on Earth. Its huge stone figures, called moai, are world famous, but their origin, as well as much of the island's history, is shrouded in mystery. What two things are mysterious about Rapa Nui? The stone figure's origin and the island's history are shrouded in mystery. Experts believe the stone figures may have been used to establish religious and political authority and power, but no one knows for sure. What do experts believe about the stone figures? They believe the figures may have been used to religious and political authority and power. What two purposes might the stone figures have served? They might have been used for religious and political purposes. Islanders moved a total of 540 figures across the island, some as far as 22 kilometers. Several experts believe the moai could have been walked upright, using ropes to rock the figures back and forth. What do several experts believe about how the moai were moved? The moai could have been walked upright, using ropes to rock the figures back and forth. Others theorize the islanders must have laid the figures down flat and rolled them over logs. What do others theorize about the islanders? They theorize the islanders must have laid the figures down flat and rolled them over logs. They point out that moving each figure could not have been accomplished without the help of 70 or more people, and probably took days to achieve. What do they point out about moving each figure? It could not have been accomplished without the help of 70 or more people, and probably took days to achieve. In the early 20th century, Norwegian explorer Thor Heyerdahl noticed cultural similarities between the people on Rapa Nui and the Incas in Peru. What did the Norwegian explorer observe in the early 20th century? He observed cultural similarities between Rapa Nui people and the Incas. He argued that the island might have been inhabited by people who came in boats from South America. What did Heyerdahl argue about Rapa Nui? He argued that the island might have been inhabited by people from South America. To prove it was possible, he successfully sailed a raft called the Kon-Tiki on that route. However, experts citing more recent DNA evidence confirmed that the original inhabitants had to have sailed from Polynesia, which lies to the west. Was the Kon-Tiki voyage successful? Yes, he successfully sailed a raft called the Kon-Tiki on that route. What does citing more recent DNA evidence confirm? It confirms that the original inhabitants had to have sailed from Polynesia. The first arrivals most likely found an inviting habitat lush with palm forests. What did the first arrivals most likely find on the island? They most likely found an inviting habitat lush with palm forests. However, today, the native trees are extinct. Some experts believe that as the population of this small island increased, trees must have been cut down to build houses and boats and to make logs for moving the huge moai. What happened to the native trees on the island? The native trees are now extinct. What happened as the island's population increased? Trees must have been cut down for building and for making logs for moving the huge moai. These are some of the theories about Rapa Nui, its stone figures, and the people who created them. Perhaps someday we will learn all the answers. Great! You made it. Congratulations. Keep practicing every single day. Remember, no pain, no gain. See you again. Bye!